Hello friends, this is Sawan Kumar and welcome back to this show on a Monday. So this is Monday and we are all ready to have an exciting week ahead of us. Okay, so today what I wanted to talk to you about was the rules of the games. We always have this at the back of our mind, right? That we want to make the rules of the games. We always think that, okay, how good it would have been if I were to make the rules. I would have done it as I had wanted it to be. I would have made the rules so that I would have been or I would have won the game. That's what we think at times whenever we play some games, some sports. If we had made the rules, we would have done something that would have helped us in winning. But because we do not have the ability to make those rules, right? And moreover, if we talk about the laws from the government, the rules from the government, we surely cannot make any of those. But you have the power to make the rules for the most important part of your life. You have the power to make the rules for the most important part of your life, or I would say for your life, for yourself, for the game of life that you are playing. And these rules, this is something that you either create for yourself consciously or unconsciously, but you are creating the rules of the game and you are deciding whether you would be successful at the end or not. It all depends how good the rules are that you are making and how well are you following the rules of the game. Following the rules of your own game that you created for yourself to win the game. Getting me? So you need to do that. Rules that are made by you and made for you. What are those? What are the rules that we can make for ourselves to be successful, to live a life that we wanted to live or that we want to live? What are the rules that we can be making for ourselves? So the rule number 1 says, get more doing. Get doing. That's as simple as that. Start doing things. Stop waiting for thinking of things to get perfect. Stop waiting for thinking that you would only start when the time is right, or you would only do something when you think that you are perfect. Like you have always wanted to, or you had been thinking of starting to switch on the camera of your phone and record videos for your social media, but you have been thinking of being perfect. You have in your mind that, okay, once you get better with social media, you will start posting on social media. Once you get better with public speaking, you will make something for the social media. Once you learn the necessary skills for social media, you will start posting on social media. And this very thought keeps us away from most of the things that we want to do. I will swim when I become perfect at it, but will I become perfect at it until I go and start swimming? Just by thinking in my head that I will swim when I am very good with it, will I ever swim until and unless I jump into the waters and learn and train myself, practice? That's what I need to do. I need to take action. I need to get doing and not wait for the perfection. That's what you need to do. And this was the rule number 1. Rule number 2, be your best self. You are your competitor. Make yourself your competitor. You cannot be successful until and unless you compete with yourself. Why I say so is, I remember when I was, competing with so many other people, I always had this lack of confidence. I was not able to do anything to myself, always depressed, always feeling or thinking bad about myself, not good with studies, not good with games, not good with anything. This was until the point when I was comparing myself with others. The very moment I started competing with myself, I started doing my best. I did better than what I had done yesterday. Things changed completely for me. I was a failure until if I remember it right, until class 8 in my school. But class 9, things changed. Things completely changed because class 9th, I had to change my school, and I was like, the teachers over there never compared me with somebody else. And when I stopped myself from comparing others, the teachers stopped comparing me with others, with the other successful guys, with the other successful students. My life changed completely. You won't believe how big that change was. The day people stopped comparing me from anybody else, I became the best. My best. I'm still not comparing myself with anybody else, because everybody else has a different set of mind, had a different set of experiences, had a different kind of learning. They are playing in their own life. Why do I need to go into their life and compare my life with their life? No, I don't need to. I had my own set of challenges. I have my own set of dreams. I live my life. I work how I want to work. I sleep how I want to sleep. I play how I want to play. So why should I be comparing my life with somebody else? And the day, trust me friends, the day I stopped comparing myself with others, my life changed, and so can yours. So that was the rule number 2 of the game. Be at your best. Do your best. Do not compare yourself with anybody else, no matter how good or how. Stop doing that. Rule number 3 is start thinking big. Yes, this is very, very, very important. Most of the times, or for the most of the part of our life, we are made to somehow believe that success is not for us. As a middle class family, as a middle class person, have been made to believe, we have been made to believe that going to a 5-star hotel and having something, it's not for us. Driving a Mercedes, it's not for us. Being successful, it's not for us. Living in that luxurious home, it's not for us. Going on that luxury holiday, not for us. Nothing is for us, right? You need to stop doing that. You need to start thinking big. You need to start thinking of that, stop thinking within that boundary or that box that you have been made to think, and start thinking outside the box. And not only outside the box, but start thinking big. When you have the ability to think, when God has given you the ability to think without limits, who as a human being has given you the right to put the boundaries to it? Put boundaries to it. Put boundaries to your thoughts, put boundaries to your effort, put boundaries to your potential. Because when you put boundaries to your thought, when you put limitations to your thought, you go wherever your thought goes. So if you have limited your thought, you have limited yourself. You have limited your movement. You cannot take a car 200 kilometers per hour if you cannot think that you can take it 200 kilometers per hour. The car can go to that speed comfortably. But if you have not said to yourself that you can take it to 100 kilometers per hour, no matter how good the road is or how good the conditions are, you cannot push the accelerator and take it to 100. You have to think big for that. I'm just giving a very small example of it. You need not try to take it to 100 or 200, whatever the speed is. But yes, that is how our mind works. If we can think of, we can do it. But we have been made to think small. In our school, in our society, in our neighborhood, everywhere we have been made to think small, and you should not be thinking small. No matter what, no matter how things happen, what works, does not work, you need to follow these 3 rules for yourself. What were these 3 rules? Let me quickly get back to them. The first one was get more done in a day. Do not wait for perfection. Be your best self. This was the rule number 2. And the rule number 3 was start thinking big. So if you are following these rules, that you can customize for yourself, make for yourself how you want to live your life, how big you want to think, how you want to do things, how you want to start taking action, and how you can, or how you want to stop comparing yourself and be your best, do your best, live up to your potential, do everything that you can do, have a good night's sleep, have a good day morning, work out, do whatever you want to think, but live life as per the rules that you create for yourself, that you make for yourself, based on what you want to achieve in your life, based on how far you want to go in your life, based on how successful you want to become. When you create the rules, when you design the rules, when you design your life, you get successful. It is said that 5% of the people, it's only 5% of the people who set up goals for themselves. And it's no surprise that the world's entire wealth is saturated or is with those 5% of the people. Rest 95% of the people do not even set up their goals, which is why they are failing, which is why they are not achieving something in their life, and which is why the wealth is with that 5%, with whom, or with those people who are setting up their goals. So set up your goal, set up the rules of the game, and win it. If you are playing football or a basketball, if you do not have your target right, you would never make a goal. You would never hit a goal. So set up your goal, set up the rules of the game, and get going. Wish you all the very best. See you in the next video. Until then, if you have any questions, any queries, feel free to come back to me, ask me. I'll be there with you anytime, every time. Have a good day. Bye-bye.